Hey guys, welcome to another video of garden tour. Today is August 23rd, and it's been some time since we did a garden tour. So first come first, here is our glass gem corn. It's grown way over 10 feet here, and each one of the stalks, as you can see, have more than one corn growing. 1, 2, we already took a third one from here. So really excited about glass gem corn. Down here is pepper plants, and we have eggplants growing. Over here we have ginger in the buckets, and ginger is growing super strong. All of this is fresh ginger. So I have 5 buckets, and they've been doing really good. And it's finally pepper season, and peppers are turning red. So they're loaded. And these ones are sweet, so they're fresh eating for hummus and things of that nature. So it's called lunchbox. So it's loaded with peppers as well. Here's our morning glory flowers. They've been climbing up on tomato plant. And here are the chilies. And there are 4 plants, and some of these are turning red, and they are loaded with chilies. Big peppers. Once we pulled out onions from here, we put beets in here. So you see beets, and these are all peanuts here. So I have like 7 or 8 plants, and they've overtaken the whole bed. Within peanuts, I have 4 pepper plants growing here. These were given to me by my friend. And here again, this bed was full of onions. Once we harvested the onions, we put beets in there. And now they are starting to grow. So we expect a fall harvest of beet. And here's cool part. This is a stem of a peanut plant, and here are the pegs which go in the ground from the stem and make a peanut under the ground. So you see how many pegs are going in there? Each one of them is a peanut. So we are really excited about getting these. And here's a raised bed of sweet corn. This is 55-day variety. They should be ready in another 20 to 25 days. And they are grown well over 10 feet here. And each one of these is growing more than 1 cob as well. So they are doing really good as well. Excited for these. Here are our tomato plants, which are more than 4 feet tall now. We've started them from stems of the plants which we have in containers. We harvested carrots from here, and these guys just took off. So I have like 6 to 8 varieties here growing. So this is actually second planting of tomatoes, and some of these have already got tomatoes on them, as you can see in the middle of the screen, and they look really healthy. That's not the case in the back of the backyard. We have tomatoes in containers. I'll show you what's going on there in a bit. And here's the back of our backyard, where I have put corn in on top of a few inches of compost. It grew, but squirrels have found it, and plus it's growing in the shade here. So there's not a strong growth. I can see it's the same variety which is growing in over 10 foot in the raised bed, and over here there are hardly 4 to 5 feet. So sun is definitely a factor here. Here are cucumbers and a squash. So we had 6 cucumber plants this year. I've realized that's 4 too many. All we need is 2 to 3 plants, but we had more cucumbers like this coming out of these 4 pots than we can eat. So we started juicing them at the end of the season. That's how many we got them. And here's a look of our tomato plants growing in containers. They have a lot of fruit set on them. We are harvesting like 10 to 15 tomatoes a day. So all the varieties are doing pretty much good. Not one which is not doing good. So over here you have, it's called Nepal. Nice round tomatoes. This is Black Prince. They are susceptible to cracking. Every single one of them is cracking. Here is Park's Whopper. This one is growing on what you call a rootstock. So this is a grafted plant. Here is Green Giant. So this particular tomato, look how many fruits it have. So we actually harvested 2 or 3 already, and they were delicious, and there's a lot more to harvest. And here's Park's Whopper. Essentially this plant living up to its reputation and what was advertised. There's like a lot of fruit on this plant. How much ever you are seeing, we've already harvested, I would say, 10 pounds of tomatoes from this one plant. Over here we have Amish paste, and it is maturing all of its fruits. We have Ace 55 here, nice round tomato. Not huge, it's a saladette. In here we have a Brandywine, so we have few big ones. And I have stem from these Brandywine growing in the raised bed as well. This one is to peach. It has a lot of fruits, but all of them are smaller than what I got earlier in the season. Here is Eva's Purple Ball. Nice shaped fruit, but it takes a long time for these to mature for a fruit of this size. So not sure I'm iffy about this. And this is Hughes. That is a yellow tomato variety. And we took 7 to 8 big tomatoes off of this plant today, and there's a lot more coming. So this plant is more prolific and stronger structure as compared to some of the others. So that's tomatoes. Over here we have Big Beef. This plant failed to produce in the regular season, but I never took it off, and it's coming back to life. It has more fruit set and new flowers. Back here, this is turmeric. Turmeric leaves have grown 4 feet plus. So this is yellow turmeric, which is like much bigger plants, and over here is red turmeric. These are smaller plants, and they took almost 4 months to sprout. So hence they are behind the other ones. And here are a few other tomato varieties, 6 of them here, which are in containers. Couple of Paul Robesons, couple of Cherokee Purples. Over here in our garden we have the lone watermelon. So this is the size of it. So it's called Sugar Baby. So well, we're excited about that. We'll see how that turns out. And over here we have somewhere here a pumpkin growing. So at least one. And look at these. These are our sweet potatoes. They want to overtake this yard. We pulled one out. My aunt, she lives close by, so I pulled one plant out early and shared some sweet potatoes with her. And I'm letting these mature another month or so before we pull these out. So I've never grown sweet potatoes before, but by the looks of it, they are doing good. And here is more ginger and ginger. So and this is squash plant. It has produced a lot of big squashes growing along with cucumbers and more flowers coming. So yeah guys, that's the gist of it. Here's a little bit of cilantro coming up. So that's how my garden is doing. Let me know what you guys think. Hope you have a great weekend. Till next time, happy gardening.